Good morning, Youth Build. I am your person that will be talking today, named Neil Solano. And today, what are we doing? We are going through understanding polynomials. Now, the last thing I want to do is throw terms at you guys, all right? But in this specific case, this is kind of important. You guys got to know what's the difference between the monomial, binomial, and trinomial terms, because we are getting into we're getting closer to the more important stuff, like combining like terms and multiplying terms and all this and all that. And you need to know what could be combined, and you need to know what pretty much how the terms are distinguished from one another. You got to spot these things, and the only way to do it is by understanding polynomials. And this is what I mean by understanding polynomials. All right, this is a polynomial. All right, why? Because there's many terms in here. You have variables. Okay, you have an exponent. And you even have numbers, right? It's a polynomial because there's many parts to it. What is it exactly, though? This polynomial right here. Well, what it is a trinomial. Why, though? Well, I think you guys can really guess why. Because there's 1, 2, 3 terms in this polynomial, which pretty much explains the tri meaning 3, right? A trinomial. Now, why is this considered 1 and 2 and this being 3? Well, because it's being cut from one another from the operation symbol, the plus or the minus or whatever the symbol is. It's actually being separated from one another through those operations. So that's the key, you guys. This is going to be a short video, by the way. The key is to do a beeline straight to the operations and making sure that you're seeing things correctly, right? You're seeing that this is separate from this and that, right? This is what I mean by that. All right, you got this problem right here. G2 H2 I2 J2. All right, you tell me, what is this? Is this a monomial, which stands for 1, a binomial, which stands for 2, or a trinomial, which stands for 3? Is there any symbol separating this from that, or those two from these two over here? Like, is there any operation? No. This is all one entity. This is all one term. This equals a monomial. Mono stands for 1. All right. Now, why am I even explaining this to you guys? Well, the reason why is because you guys got to be experts on identifying these things. This is something that I'm actually strict on, that I want you guys to try your best at, is identifying these things, whether it's a monomial, binomial, or trinomial. I know what you're saying. Oh, that's easy, right? You just look for the symbol. Simple. It is simple until you actually get a question like that in front of your face, or this type of problem is in the middle of a bigger problem, you know, and it just totally flies by your head, and you don't even notice that you're actually not doing it correctly because you forgot to really do this problem separate from this or whatever, right? We're gonna come across that later on, but it seems easy right now, and I like the fact that it's easy, but just be experts on this, you guys. You have to be an expert on it. Reason why, let's go back very quick, also is because we're moving on to combining like terms later. The thing is, in combining like terms, you have to be able to distinguish the terms. You have to distinguish what is considered one term, right? A lot of people, and don't worry, we're going to come across this in the next video, combining like terms, but it wouldn't be correct to combine this x3 with that x3. The reason being is that this thing is one whole thing, and this is one whole thing, which means in combining like terms, you can only combine it when it looks identical, all right? x3 might match this x3, but what you don't, if you don't spot it, this y2 is connected with this x3 over here. And looking at it a common sense point of view, x3y squared is not the same as x3. All right, they are not. I don't know what just happened. I think it cut off. They are not like terms, and you cannot do anything here in this situation. But this is what I mean. This is why I want you to understand polynomials. All right, you have to understand what's a monomial, binomial, and trinomial, because it's going to be beneficial in our next video. So this is all I'm going to say for right now. Don't want to waste too much of your time, but please go to the next video and let's start enjoying a little bit of combining like terms, bros. There will be a little sheet, a worksheet on this in the comment section below. Again, ask me if you need the worksheet, if you're in my class. And yeah, let's move on. See you on the other side.